I would say the Helloween has been my number one influence since the very beginning.
I mean, obviously, there's been some rumors, there's been some confirmed things, there's been some mishaps.
I think that there is a couple of songs that I don't want to say 100% sure that they are going to play.
Hello, pumpkin heads, and welcome to a special presentation on Altnote. We plan more episodes like this, so make sure you are subscribed. As you already know, Helloween is set to embark on 40th anniversary tour and have promised a very special set list, so I thought it would be really fun to try and think about what it could be, and who better to discuss it with than Aydan from Elvenking. Hello, and thank you for being here.
Hello there, everyone. Hello.
Yeah, ever since I first heard Elvenking, I was stricken, but it's something that I liked in the sound. And then later I realized that was after getting to know you, realized how big of an influence Helloween was. So in your own words, what is like one thing that you've taken from Helloween into your career as a songwriter?
Well, first of all, I would say that I am a huge Helloween fan since day one. So it's my favorite band since 1989, 1990, when I first listened to Keeper 2. Basically, it was at my schoolmate's home, and his older brother has these amazing vinyls. So I get to know. I was so attracted by the cover at first, and so on. So since I first heard Eagle Fly Free Invitation, I just realized that was exactly what I wanted to be in life. So I would say the Helloween has been my number one influence since the very beginning. I started to play the guitar, and when I founded a band, obviously Helloween was the main thing. Obviously with Elvenking we had a lot of different influence, but I would say that the melodies, the epicness, and everything that was so great in Helloween is all obviously was a big influence, and still it is nowadays.
Yeah, and you can definitely hear it. So where are you planning on seeing them on this tour? Are you excited for it?
I already bought tickets for Milan date, obviously, but maybe I will try to check them out in some other place. I would love to be at the first gig for sure, because the set list it's pretty obvious that I'm going to spoil it the same night. I always try to tell myself, okay, I need to wait for don't check anything online, so on, but it's basically impossible. So we'll see. For sure I will be in Milan.
Yeah, great to hear. I am planning on doing Prague and Budapest myself, so already too late then. I'm probably gonna. I mean, even if you don't want to spoil the set list for yourself, there's so much going on social media, and it's targeting you
exactly.
in different ways. So,
nowadays
might as well.
It's impossible to, yeah.
Unless you go on like a social media detox for 3 weeks. Yeah, it's just the world we live in. With that said, yeah, let's dive into what we're here today, and let's discuss the set list. I mean, obviously, there's been some rumors, there's been some confirmed things, there's been some mishaps, though not as like the one that we had on Pumpkins United tour when there was a set list behind Andy painted. But yeah, what we do know for now, at least on my side, and if you do know anything else, feel free to chime in. We've heard a little is a little too much on Kai's stories
video, exactly.
Yeah,
yes,
we've heard Ride the Sky on Danny's stories. So
yes,
I think in terms of what we know, that's pretty much what's confirmed. Michael Kiske in our interview also discussed that a lot of the things they're going to play from the fan polls are the same that they usually play either way. So we can obviously expect like Eagle Fly Free, I Went Out, all the classics.
Sure.
But there's still room for more.
Okay. Being a huge Helloween, I don't want to say the biggest Helloween fan, but I am a big Helloween fan. So I try to check every band member's social media and trying to capture everything that I can. So as far as I know, as far as I've collected in this month, since the announcement of the new album and of the tour, I was really checking everything there. I think that there is a couple of songs that I don't want to say 100% sure that they are going to play, because it is possible that they have a certain number of songs that they are gonna rehearse, and then maybe there are 30 songs, then they put down to 20 or something like that. So they are not gonna play the 3-hour show of the Pumpkin United tour for sure. So I think we can expect something like 2 hours, 2 hours and something, as far as I understood. They have Beast in Black as opening band, so they are not the only band, as was in the Pumpkins United tour. That was amazing, having a 3-hour set of pure Helloween. I saw them in Prague at the time also, so it was amazing. I know that there are some other spoilers that the guys made. One of the most important, as far as I understood, has been said by Waiki basically, and he said that they are gonna play a song from Keeper One that they don't play since a long time. So it's pretty easy because all the other songs have been played on the Pumpkins United tour. So I'm Alive,
Yeah.
A Little Time, Future World, Halloween, and everything was at why Taylor wasn't right. Were all played. So the one and only song that has not been played is Twilight of the Gods. Also, Andy mentioned it during Pumpkins United tour, or it was for the tour of the self-titled album, that it was one of the songs that he would like to have on the set list together with other songs. Like he mentioned Kill It, for example, which is should be something very amazing to hear, but I doubt something like that. But it was already mentioned by, so I think that Twilight of the Gods can be one of the big surprise of the set list. Also, I have checked a lot of the Danny rehearsing. He showed video when he's rehearsing only drum, but if you are a fan enough, I think that you can recognize the song. So one of the songs that he was playing, and he was specifically said that he was rehearsing for the tour, was Hell Was Made in Heaven. So that could be another big surprise, because it's a song from an album that is not so loved by the fan, Reinvent Kamezi, but still is a Marcus song, which would be great to have a Marcus song on the live set list. It's surely one of his best songs, even if it wrote great songs also on Gambling with the Devil, for example.
Yeah.
But that is for sure one song that has been already played live during the Keeper of the Seven Keys Legacy tour. So that is one that we know. I've seen that he was rehearsing also Heavy Metal is the Law. So that is one song that has been forgotten for a lot of years, but in the last tour, since the Halloween Gamma Ray tour, so was back in the set list, and it's a neat song, so I think it's gonna be there. Also, I know that Andy said in an interview that probably Into the Sun will be played from the new album, and probably together with, it's possible, an acoustic medley with Forever and One, and maybe In the Middle of a Heartbeat. So that is another possibility that
that would be nice.
I think this is more or less what I have. I've seen also Danny playing the Universe from the new album. We know that both Andy and Waiki told that they are gonna play something like 4 or 5 new songs. I think that 5 is a little bit too much. Probably they are gonna play 4.
Maybe it's in rotation.
Or it's a rotation as happened before when they played Angel from the same title album, but then it was dropped from the set list. So it's possible that they will try some songs and check out the reaction of the crowd, and the one that are working better on the live side will stay in the set list, and something will be dropped. So if I need to tell something from the new album, I think that they are playing for sure a little too much. That's pretty sure that they're gonna play. This is Tokyo is the other single. I don't know. Yeah, it should be one of the song, but you never know.
It's gonna be in rotation for sure for the Japanese tour. But it would be fun.
Universe probably will be played, I think, and I think that others maybe Into the Sun as far as we know. And then we have Giants on the Run. I think it's a great song as a, maybe not for the opening of the concert, but a great song to be played. And also We Can Be Gods. It's another song that could be a great live track, but let's
Yeah.
see. This is what I know. Checking everything from daily, basically. We know, as you said, that for sure Eagle Fly Free, Future Word,
Yeah,
Doctor
yeah.
Steen, I think Power will be part of the set list for
Yeah.
sure. And already like this, we are something around maybe 10, 12 songs.
Yeah.
I'm pretty curious to know what they're gonna play from the previous album. I think that Best Time will be part of the set list, and it's possible that they are gonna play Skyfall. I mean, in all the set list of the reunion, they played the long songs. Uh, Two in the Pumpkins United, Halloween, and Keeper of the Seven Keys,
Yeah.
and they play again Keeper of the Seven Keys in the last tour. I think that these two songs maybe they will be put aside for a while. So it's possible that Skyfall could be the long song of the set list, or maybe they can drop the long song to have space for 2, 3 more songs. So
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing I want to add is, I mean, I have a pretty good hunch based on interviews and everyone that has been saying that like they would like to play Push. Like I
yeah,
think Sasha has mentioned it as one of his favorites that he hasn't played it.
Sasha
Andy has mentioned it.
is mentioning every year
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. So I think it's pretty much a safe bet. But one thing that I would like to discuss that has been on my mind for a long time is what the opener could be, because that's a tricky one. They
Yeah,
used the long songs for openers last two tours.
yeah,
Could they go back to Helloween since it's like the eponymous song, or maybe Starlight as like the first song on a record?
yeah,
Because we know, I mean, me as a photographer know they have to have all three of them. I mean, three of them. Of course, Kai is gonna play guitar, but the two singers have to be there for the first song.
yeah, exactly.
I think so. Yeah.
That could be a good thing to check in fact, because Giants on the Run, maybe it's not a perfect opener for a live show. Maybe it's great on the album, but and Kiske is not there in that song, so it's possible that they are gonna play something different. So that is interesting. Also, I would like to know what kind of medley will be done by Kai, if it's gonna do another medley. So
I think he
there are
mentioned
some
in one
songs that
interview. Sorry,
yeah.
yeah. He mentioned in
Oh,
one interview that he doesn't like doing medleys and he would just like to do like full songs.
okay.
So maybe the medley, because they always had one medley in their tours, maybe the medley now is going to be the acoustic part.
Yeah,
And he
exactly.
plays like two. Who knows?
There are not many songs from Ride the Sky and from Wassail Jericho and Helloween EP that are left to be
Yeah.
played again. Yeah, Guardians have never been played, but I think it's also very difficult to sing. For example, for Kai nowadays.
Yeah.
So probably I think that they is gonna do Ride the Sky and Heavy Metal is the Low this time as full songs or half songs or something like that. About Push, we all know that it would be the only song that has no one of the actual members as
Yeah.
songwriter, since it's Uli song. So it would be something strange considering all the good songs from the other songwriters. But I think that Push and Mr. Torture should be the only two songs that not written by the nowadays member that could be played live in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Though what you mentioned before, Kill It would also definitely be one good one to hear, which kind of leads me into the territory of what we hope for. And Kill It, I mean, honestly, I would settle for anything from Gambling, because that's maybe my favorite post Dark Ride album. I need a bit more time to process the new one, because time is the most important factor. It is strong, maybe better, but Gambling was just such a big surprise for me at the time. It was just so raw. So it was raw, but essentially Helloween, and anything from that album would be just lovely to hear.
Same thing for me. I think it's the best album of the Darius era, beyond Dark Ride or Better Than Road. Yeah, for sure. And there are a lot of great songs on the album. a lot of great songs that have not been played live, like Kill It, because they didn't play live, not even during the Gambling with the Devil tour. Obviously, it's very, very high pitched for Andy. So I know that when you do it, the same song for 40 dates or something like that, 40 gigs, it should have been a problem at the time. Obviously, now that it is not singing for 2 hours every night, but maybe for 1 hour, it could be something like that. It would be a big surprise for sure, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's been mentioned in interviews as well, along with Push, but maybe that's just like a diversion tactic. I don't know. But yeah, fingers crossed for that one. And also one thing that's I've been noticing a lot is been talking about is Chameleon. A lot of interviews have mentioned Chameleon lately. There have been a lot of like YouTube videos popping up about it. So it would be interesting to hear something off of it. I don't know which tracks. I mean, we have Giants as like
Giants is the best track on the album for sure.
Yeah. And the most Helloween on the same album. But at the same time, I don't know. First time also could work in this.
I would love to hear songs from Chameleon or even from Pink Bubbles, because it is great to that two albums. For everyone who maybe know Helloween after 91 or something like that, they never had many chance to listen to that material, except for the chance exactly that was played pretty at the time, and Mankind during the Master of the Rings album was played. I didn't have the possibility to go to the Master of the Rings tour. My first tour was the Time of the Oath, and they played the chance at the time, so it was great. But it would be great, as was a big surprise, having Kids of the Century in the Pumpkins United tour. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing. Definitely one of the highlights. I'm really happy I was on a show that had that one instead of Rise and Fall. I love Rise and Fall, but this was just.
But I had both Rise and Fall and Kids of the Century in the same show, so it was great.
Oh wow!
Yeah. It was Prague, so it was both songs. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Instead of, I don't know what they played. I don't know if it was March of Time, but no, it was before they started out with that one.
I think they rotated Waiting for the Thunder.
And was there as well.
Okay.
So maybe
they just added.
They cut. It was very, very long show, that Prague one. So probably they put almost everything inside. So it was great. Yeah.
Awesome. In regards to other songs that you would like to hear that are maybe some deep cuts, or however unrealistic that may be.
Yeah, there are a lot of deep cuts that I would love to hear. So let me have a thing. I said Kill It would be a great song to hear. Also, there is, I don't know, still Final Fortune from Gambling with the Devil would be great. I would love to hear some Marcus songs, because they are not played that much. They try Straight Out of Hell on the previous tour, but for only one date, the first UK gig, and then it was dropped out. There are a lot of songs like, I don't know, All Over the Nations, one thing that comes to my mind, or things from Time of the Oath and Master of the Rings, for sure, that I like. Kings Will Be Kings, it was mentioned several times also by both Waiki and Andy. Danny said that it would be a nightmare for him to play, because it's very difficult drum wise. Uli Kush was really a monster, and it was there is a lot of overplaying in that albums, especially. There are a lot of things happening on the drums. So yeah, Kings Will Be great. And I don't know, Andy mentioned also A God as one of the songs that he wanted to play one day. So let's see. There are a lot of things. Tell me yours, deep cut, you would like to hear.
Oh boy, yeah, I would love to hear Salvation, definitely. And I would love to hear Hey Lord, because that's one of the hit songs that hooked me first.
Yes.
And that's one that has been in rotation for a long time, but they dropped it after
Yes.
Obviously, after the lineup changes and everything, they haven't played it since Rabbit, I think. And
Yeah.
it was a big hit, so that will be one. I would love to hear The Chance, though I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Or
I don't
Someone's
think so.
Crying from that album.
That would be great.
That would be
I don't
amazing.
think they're gonna play any Ron songs for sure, and
Me
that's
as
pretty.
well. Me
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, that's why it's in this. But yeah, I would love to hear Fear of the Fallen. I think it was
Yes.
like a single that they just never played or considered playing. Probably difficult, but
I was probably I was sure that they would have played in the previous tour, but it was not played. So yeah, it was a strange choice. Probably, possibly it's a difficult song to make it work on a live side.
yeah.
So that was for sure. Giants, I would love to hear or something from Chameleon, because maybe with this, three guitars, new lineup, maybe they can you metal it up. And okay, Giants is already very metal song, so it would be great. And also maybe some Kiske songs that I don't know what we can hear, but I don't know. I believe it's a good song from Chameleon, but it's very long. So I hope to have some Kiske credited song on the new album, maybe also one lyric or something like that. But it didn't happen. Let's see for the future. If he's gonna go back to write something.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, a lot of his songs have definitely shaped the sound. I mean,
Yeah,
We Got the Right. Speaking of deep cuts,
yeah.
I would love to hear We Got the Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one epic.
I think that is one of the most difficult songs to sing of the
Yeah.
whole discography. Yeah, that is really, really difficult for the voice. Obviously, in the live in the UK, is doing great. I don't know if he can still do it nowadays.
Yeah, well, I mean, his technique has improved a lot. He changed a lot, so he's not forcing it anymore. So I think,
Yeah,
honestly, he could maybe in rotation. So like
yeah,
if he doesn't feel 100%,
yeah.
maybe drop it out. But I think it would be possible, and it would be really nice to hear.
I have also
We
the impression that less Keeper songs will be played this tour, because I think that so-called deep cuts like March of Time, Save Us, Rise and Fall has been already done. Also, Living in a Crime and stuff like that. Twilight of the Gods is probably the last one that they have not been played on the the playable one. We got the Rise, so You Always Walk Alone, but I think it's more difficult. They are gonna play these songs, so I think that possibly we will have a little bit less Keeper stuff on this tour, and maybe there is space for some Darius era cuts.
Yeah, I'm
Also,
hoping for
yeah,
hoping for the same, but after the Iron Maiden experience, I'm a bit cautious about wishing it, because a lot of people obviously want to hear Keeper stuff.
you
Me
mean
personally, yeah.
you mean the
Sorry?
last tour of Iron Maiden? Or...
Yeah, I mean, I was also hoping for a lot of deep cuts, but it was completely the opposite. It was
Me
basically
too.
best of. Yeah.
Me
I
too.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it, but definitely not what I expected from that.
I wanted to have some No Prayer for the Dying
Me too.
songs and
Yeah.
something from Fear of the Dark as well, but yeah, unfortunately, it was not that
Yeah.
like that.
So let's hope it's a bit different this time.
Let's see.
With our favorite band, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think we have a very good foundation for a
Let's
pretend
see.
set list.
Let's see. I think that there are a lot of songs on the plate. They can choose a lot of stuff. Depends how many new songs they want to put in. How many of the so-called fan favorites obliged song, like I Want Out, Dr. Sting,
Yeah.
Eagle Fry Free, Power. I think that they will be there for sure. And then let's see if there will be space from some deep cuts. That is always what at least fan like us would like to hear. But I understand also that they need to go with a typical favorite songs. I remember when I went to the first time to see them, and they didn't play How Many Tears. It was one of the first time they did not play it, and then they did not play How Many Tears as final song for a long time, but that was the first time, and people were complaining a lot, So they obviously everyone wants to hear Eagle Fly Free, Dr. Steen, I Went Out, even if they have heard it, several times.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, Helloween has always been nice to us fans with like dropping in a little tidbit like Falling Higher and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fun story about me, every time I went to see them on those tours, like 3 tours where they played the deep cuts, I usually saw them in either Budapest or Sofia, Bulgaria, because that was close to my hometown.
Yep.
They always replaced it with If I Could Fly, the deep cut song. Always, like all the 3 tours. And I was like, I love If I Could Fly, but I was like, how can this be happening?
Because, really? What they have replaced with also
Falling Higher? Falling Higher was on what?
On the Straight Out of Hell.
Straight Out of Hell. And the tour before Seven Sinners, what was the Better Than Raw song? Handful of Pain.
Handful of Pain. And you didn't hear it?
No.
No, that was great. Falling Higher, Handful of Pain. Yeah, then they did March of Time the first time with Andy back in. That was great to hear those deep cuts, especially because they didn't play those songs on the actual tour of the albums, and they they added later on. So it was great. So
yeah, so that was my If I Could Fly luck.
You should have. You should hate that song now.
Shame. So if any of those 2 songs can be back in the set list, I also will be happy with those.
Falling Higher, I love it. So will be great.
Yeah. So I think it's a good time to wrap it up. If you wanna, you can tell us a bit about Elvenking, what your plans are. You recently released a really good album. Are you touring for it? Are you?
Well, we did a tour at the beginning of the year. It was a long tour with the Pagan Fest. We went around Europe with a great package with Hailstorm, Ensiferum, Tier, and Ida Folk. So it was great. So the album was released after the tour, but we had already some singles out. So we passed then the summer doing some good festivals around. And I think that now in the fall, we will do some minor things, maybe some show here and there. And we are planning things for 2026. There are some tours in the pipeline. So we need to understand if we are going to go back to Europe or going to US, because there are something on the table that we need to understand. And so I think it's gonna be great. We will release something new next year. It won't be a new album, but we have some covers coming up, and we will collect some older material. So there will be something to play, to go on stage with as well. So it was a good year. So let's see for the new one, for the next one, how things are going.
Sounds good. Looking forward to hearing and hopefully seeing you on tour.
Absolutely.